you can hear me better. I just recently finished Son of a Witch by Gregory MacGuire. I could not think of Gregory's name when I reviewed Wicked, but he was actually responsible for writing the story of Wicked, and Son of a Witch is a continuation of Wicked itself and focuses more on Liir, who is the witch's son, and he joins the royal guard, and of course there's a subsequent romantic story between he and Candle. And I haven't read the other 2 books yet, but there's a book about the Cowardly Lion, and then there's a final book, and I'm not sure if it's more about Liir. I would love to read more about Liir because he's very interesting to me. And Elphaba, excuse me, let me get her name right. Elphaba. She's only mentioned in passing in this book, and of course Liir's come to believe that he is related to her because, well, it's in Harry Potter fashion. The broom has actually chosen him, and it's magnetically drawn to him. Coincidence? I don't think so. He wasn't really born with her ochre-colored skin, so it's hard to say. But he believes that he is a Throp rather than taking his father's name. He thinks his father's Fiyero, but you know, a lot of my theory is that he is the son of Fiyero and Elphaba. I had to read the next couple books to see what happens, because it kind of leaves it a lot of questions unanswered, just like Wicked did. But I really like the tongue-in-cheek way that MacGuire writes. It's not for younger readers. I could say it's more for high school readers or adult readers, because there is a lot of eroticism that's described, and yeah, it's very interesting when they talk about Frex and his escapades and cavorting and all that, when we know he did. And this one is more about Liir and his growing into a young man in the service, basically. And he was supposed to be a cleric because, well, he was apparently the son of a cleric or a minister. You know, Frex is a minister. He's supposed to be a holy instrument of the unnamed God, and you know, it's very interesting. There's kind of a iconoclasm about this. To me, it's not very offensive at all, because I've heard everything. You know, I consider myself to be a Christian, but I don't shove it down other people's throats when I talk about it, and I'm actually very open-minded. I'm not a person who's fundamentalist. I'm not going to shake a Bible at you and tell you you're going to hell. No, because I don't believe in hell, for one thing. Hell was just something that the Catholic Church made up for indulgences back at the Dark Ages, when the common folk, or the peons, they couldn't read Latin. Only the higher authority, the ruling class, mainly everybody who was higher than the peasants, they could understand Latin, they could understand Greek, they could understand other languages and speak in them, while the common folk just knew the rustic language of the land. That's how they could converse in. And it's this same kind of division here, and it's just very interesting. And you know, I consider myself in between 2 worlds, because I understand where people come from when they talk about, well, he or she says she's a Christian, but she does this, this, and this, and no, I don't agree with that. I mean, I know I'm a hypocrite in my own way, and I make mistakes. I'm only human, and if I said that I wasn't, then I'd be lying, and I don't lie. And this book really made me think a lot about that, and about superstition, as well as ethics and morals, and magic. And I've always been fascinated by magic, and I think that it does exist in our world just as science. Um, Magic is just another word for science we don't understand. Um, I'm not really sure what else to say about Son of a Witch, other than I absolutely loved it. It was much shorter than Wicked, which I was a little bit disappointed with that. I still give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. I'm hoping I can read the book about the Cowardly Lion. Uh, he's actually given a more tragic twist in Son of a Witch, as well as the Tin Man and the Scarecrow, and you really feel bad for them, and you think they're useless. I mean, they have everything they want, but they can't, even when they have what they most desire, it's kind of a Sisyphistic quest, and it just feels so empty and hollow and superficial, and you think, why? And same thing with well, you don't really, you kind of do. You feel for Liir and his quest to find Elphaba, but instead he attends her wake, and it's really sad, actually. You think, oh, you poor thing. You never had a chance to meet your mother. But it's really quite the excellent book, and I really enjoyed reading it, and I just love the fact that this special edition, it's so beautifully etched. You can see Glinda's wand, and Elphaba's broom, and the Time Dragon and Flying Monkey. Actually, that's Chistery, I think. And Chistery is able to speak a little bit better. He actually can form full sentences and string words together to make sense out of them and rationalize, like an animal, capital A. This picture on the back I absolutely love, because it's a picture of the Time Dragon, and that's the mechanization of their unnamed god. I found that very intriguing. Like, they make their god a machine, and it kind of reminds me of other stories I've read, and it kind of makes me think of our society, how we make technology our god, and it's a little bit disturbing, I think, and it just makes me think of, like, I'm a futurist, but I myself put all my credence in machines. I don't. I actually trust human beings. To a certain extent, I trust human beings, ones that I know won't stab me in the back or betray me in some way. It takes me a while to actually trust people. They have to prove that they can be legitimate business people, and I can discern what mechanizations are behind certain contractual agreements, or I guess I could say business transactions, because I've been in the realm of retail for quite some time now, and after a while you get a chance to really read people, and if you're observant, then you can read subtle clues, and people have nonverbal indications of what they're truly trying to hide when they can't hide it. Well, they can't hide it in their nonverbal cues, but they think that they can in their words, but actions give you away. And the adage, actions speak louder than words, is actually quite true. I just went all over the the gamut. If you have read Wicked and you want to read the entire series, I would highly recommend it. Of course, there are 4 in the series, which I didn't know until I looked it up. I thought, oh yeah, there are more. Of course, there are more, because the last book doesn't really give you a conclusion, so to say. So I'm hoping that I can pick up the other 2 at the library. But until then, I will see you all next time, and hopefully by the next time I see you, I will be reviewing The Desolation of Smaug.